Okay, so we're still on August 9th. Now we're going to the public comment portion.
I think we're going to have to start doing things. And again, I'll assess the numbers. I know the media is going to want to know immediate answers. Anyone from the media here, I'll say to them, I'm not ready to provide them for you today, but tomorrow I will. And I'll sit and talk as long as it takes with anyone to start plugging in these numbers. I'll need help from the financial people with it. But we need to start charging for equipment, like the rental of the showmobile, like when we rent out our lights and so many other pieces of equipment that we do this with. I think we need to start charging the for-profit corporations for use of town fields. And one interesting idea that was given to me, I'm going to leave names out for now, but I'll fill in the blanks at another time. One valuable revenue enhancer is implementing a program to allow residents the option to purchase a reserved parking space at our various railroads. Paul Molinari is already laughing. He can't wait to be the first one online, right, Paul?
I'm retired.
I'm kidding, I know.
I needed to go to the city hall.
I'm teasing you, but when you nodded your head, I knew what you meant. But I think that's something we need to do. There are other suggestions given to me, which I'm in the process of learning about, but I have a grasp of them. There's some suggestion about charging a 2% administration fee on the resale of Golden Age properties, which made sense to me. Converting Tobay Marina fees from transient to full season, but I think we need to have some discussion on that. But I was told that could be something valuable to the town. And instituting charges for things like tree planting. And also there was a reminder to me from some of the department heads that we pretty regularly dole out assistance to other levels of government, and we've been very generous in doing so. And I see heads nodding. We may not be able to afford to be as generous in the future because of the dire straits that we are in right now, and the residents of the town of Oyster Bay come first. I think under the banner of revenue enhancement, I think we're going to be I have thoughts already on this, but we're going to need a little more help. But I definitely think the elimination and or consolidation of town departments is definitely on the table. That's something that I've already have some thoughts about, but I don't want to go say something that may not be accurate or put something out there that really isn't workable. But I do have thoughts about it. Others do as well, and I'm going to continue to take input. It is only August 9th, the tentative budget where most of this will manifest itself won't be due until the late September, early October, I think late September. So we have additional time, and this can be refined between now and that time. But I just think, and I can't say it strongly enough, and as difficult as it is for me to say, I just want to stress to all of the members of the workforce that the highest priority is the town's welfare and the residents of this town, their welfare as well. But I want to be very, very clear that as of January 1, we're going to be 150 employees shy of what we are now, and we are going to be operating this debt reduction plan with a flavor, if you will, of austerity, and we are going to be implementing, I'm not going to go through them all again, we are going to be implementing some of the changes that I discussed, and may cost the organizations out there some money when they want to use a field or use the showmobile. It's not something that I'm happy about doing, but it's something that I have an obligation to do. I hope that everyone will appreciate that in the course of time, we did enjoy many of these things for free, and we can no longer afford to do that. And I hope people will respect the effort that's being put forward. I don't expect anybody to be happy about it. I frankly don't expect anybody to be very happy with me. I'm not foolish, I understand, but nevertheless, it needs to be done. This is one of the this still remains. You know, ladies and gentlemen, there are no problems that this town has that aren't fixable, okay? The problems are fixable. There's going to be a lot of sacrifice. And by the way, the elected officials are going to share in the pain because they're going to be taking pay cuts along with me as well. So everybody's going to participate, myself included. And maybe I deserve a greater punishment for what's gone on. If that's the case, then so be it. But that's not what this is about. This is no longer about any individuals. It's no longer about me, the town board, or anybody who works in this town. It's about the town of Oyster Bay and getting us back on our feet. And there is no problem that we face that is not fixable. There's going to be some pain along the way, obviously. But if everybody agrees with me and believes that our highest priority is serving the residents of this town, then it really won't be that painful. It's your job, and it's your obligation, and you take the good with the bad. You can win elections with 80% of the vote, and you can lose a year later. That's the way it goes. You can have a job one day, and you don't have a job the next day. I'm not being cavalier, I'm not being callous, but that's life. And when we all signed on for this, we signed on to do the right thing by the residents of the town of Oyster Bay. I know all the foolishness that's going on out there. I wasn't born yesterday, I'm not stupid. And you see me contain myself. I hear the nonsense I see the nonsense that's going on the internet. Do you ever hear me cry or whimper? It comes with the territory. These are all risks that all of us take. This is what we signed on for. This is the life we chose. When the sun is shining, it's easy. When it starts to rain, it gets a little tougher. I just hope everybody toughens up, joins with me, and let's get this town back on track. Besides that, have a nice day. Yeah, Paul.
Regarding to anything on the public comment.
I do have to ask you, I don't mean to be difficult, but I need you to make it quick.
I am, real quick. I'm glad I waited long, the 3 hours, whatever, to hear what you just said.
I'm sorry I had to say it, but I'm glad you're here to hear it.
Well, when draconian times are upon you, you have to take drastic measures. And I think you are going in the right direction to right the ship. It's unfortunate, people have to suffer, but people may have to lose their job, but sometimes that's what has to be done. And I'd say thank you right now.
Well, thank you very much.
That guy's an asshole. This is the life we've chosen. The Godfather.